America is known for its shining city and immense wealth in all over the world. Its beauty attracts millions of people from all over the world. Now today's 90 out of 100 billionaires prefer to live in America. But do you know that inside this shining America, there are such places hidden where there used to be cities, but now there is only silence and an empire of ruins. Today we will talk about 10 such American cities, which were once prosperous, but now their stories are heard only in the pages of history. Number 10. Camden City. Camden City is considered one of the most dangerous cities in America. Sometimes this city is famous for its glorious past and beautiful views in all over the world. In the 80s, 90s centuries, this city was called a den of crime, where violence and crime had reached its peak. Here, robbery and firing on the streets in broad daylight were common. In 2012, an incident happened in Camden which shocked the entire city. The city's well-known lawyer Mark Sheridan and his wife Barbara were mysteriously murdered in their own home. People seeing the increasing crime here, and he started migrating from here in number of lakhs, and within no time, this city turned into desolate ruins. Number 9. Gary, Indiana. In the 1930s, it was one of the fastest growing cities in Americas. Contained over 4 lakhs population was living in this city. In 1906, the world's largest steel company was built here by the U.S. Steel Corporation. But in the 1960s, the factories here closed down due to a sharp decline in the steel industry, and thousands of people lost their jobs, due to which crime and poverty started increasing here. As time passed, many rumors started emerging here. One such rumor is about Lake Michigan, about which it is said that a demon lives in it. Many people have claimed to have seen a large, unidentified creature in the lake. Number 8. St. Louis, Missouri. A city that was once America's shining star. Now it has become a group of ruins. St. Louis, Missouri is a major industrial and transportation hub in the early 20th century. The city's landscape is marked by abandoned homes and deserted streets, a stark contrast to its vibrant past. St. Louis, once a thriving part of the Rust Belt, has left behind a legacy of abandoned factories and industrial complexes. Venture outside the city to this hidden gem. An abandoned road, a forgotten tunnel, and the crumbling remains of an old town await. Let's imagine the lives once lived here, the echoes of footsteps fading into the rustling leaves. Number 7. Broome, New York. Broome. Once home to Hollywood stars, this city is now a blend of mystery and beauty. Broome was a shining star in the early 20th century. Luxurious hotels, picturesque lakes, and gambling dens made it the Monte Carlo of the Catskills. Hollywood celebrities used to come here for holidays. After the Second World War, a dark shadow fell on Broome. Gambling was banned, tourism declined, and the economy began to falter. Many hotels were closed, buildings fell into disrepair. Broome turned into a ghost town. There are many untold stories hidden behind these deserted buildings. Some believe that they are haunted by ghosts, strange sounds in dark nights. Number 6. Virginia City, Nevada. This is a city hidden in the beautiful valleys of Nevada, America, where the glitter of gambling, the lust for gold, and ghost stories are tied in a unique confluence. The discovery of gold in 1859 changed the fortunes of Virginia City. Within a few months, this isolated area echoed with the noise of miners and gamblers. Luxurious salons, hotels, and theaters opened here overnight. The glitter of gambling dens attracted people from far and wide. This was a golden age where the thrill of hard work in the mines during the day and gambling at night was present in every fiber of the city. But like every story, this story also had an end. By the beginning of the 20th century, gold was almost exhausted. The charm of the city gradually diminished. People fled, buildings fell into disrepair, and Virginia City became a ghost town. Now the deserted streets and dilapidated buildings here tell stories of its golden past. Number 5. Galveston, Texas. The story of Galveston begins with the arrival of Spanish explorers in the 1500s. The city became Texas's first major port, and soon became a center of trade and culture. Galveston is the largest island city in Texas, located in the Gulf of Mexico. The calm beaches, picturesque views, and beautiful sunsets here attract tourists. Galveston's main attraction is its more than 32 kilometers of white sand beaches. However, a severe storm in 1900 devastated the city, resulting in the loss of thousands of lives. Many people believe that the spirits of those killed in the storm still wander in the city. There are stories of strange sounds coming from deserted buildings, especially at night. It is rumored that people had buried their wealth somewhere in the city before the storm. Many people have tried to find it, but have not been successful so far. Number 4. Centralia, Pennsylvania. Centralia's story begins in 1866, nestled amidst the bustling coal mines that fueled America's industrial boom. By the 20th century, the town throbbed with life, home to miners and their families. But in 1961, a spark ignited a nightmare. An underground mine fire, fueled by the rich coal seams, began its slow, relentless crawl. This wasn't your average house fire. The inferno raged beneath the earth, heating the soil, warping roads, and cracking foundations. Toxic fumes choked the air, making life unbearable. Slowly, residents packed their bags, fleeing the silent enemy rising from below. By the 1980s, Centralia was practically abandoned. The once vibrant streets lay deserted, buildings reduced to skeletal remains, smoke wisping from cracks like ghostly sighs. Today, only a handful of die-hard residents remain, clinging to the remnants of their past. Number 3. New Orleans. New Orleans was founded by the French in 1718. The city's culture became a unique blend, with later Spanish and African influences. The balconies and voodoo traditions of the French Quarter remind us of French heritage, while the Spanish architecture and Catholic churches reflect Spanish influence. It is said that New Orleans is haunted by ghosts. The La Lafayette Cemetery, the home of voodoo queen Marie Laveau, and several old mansions are places where ghostly stories abound. Many people claim that they have seen strange incidents at these places. Number 2. Cleveland. Cleveland, once the center of the steel industry, has now become a city of rusting mills and shuttered factories. The huge buildings here stand silent, as if telling the story of their golden past and sudden decline. The city was founded in 1796 by the Connecticut Land Company on 3.3 million acres on the shore of Lake Erie. They originally called the Western Reserve. The city was named for Moses Cleveland in 1836. The city is undergoing a vibrant transformation, embracing innovation in healthcare, education, and technology. Take a stroll through the Flats district and witness the repurposed warehouses teeming with trendy restaurants and bars. In the year 1969, the fire that broke out in the Cuyahoga River shook this city completely and also showed the terrible face of pollution to the environment here. Number 1. Youngstown, Ohio. During the 19th and early 20th centuries, Youngstown was known as the Iron City. The steel mills here played a key role in building America's infrastructure and brought economic prosperity to the city. The luxurious houses, statues, and buildings built during this period still bear testimony to that period. This shift left behind not only abandoned factories, but also a sense of unease, a feeling that something more than just economic turmoil lurked beneath the surface. But this golden period did not last long. Globalization, competition, and economic changes weakened the steel industry. Factories were locked, jobs were lost, and the city plunged into economic crisis. The noise of prosperity turned to silence, and Youngstown became a shadow of its past. Today, Youngstown presents a different picture. Where once there was hustle and bustle, now deserted roads and rusting factories tell a story of silence. Many buildings have become ruins. As we conclude our exploration of these 10 American cities, remember that behind the abandoned buildings and silent streets lie complex stories of economic shifts, social challenges, and demographic changes. Join us in reflecting on the lessons these cities offer as we navigate the landscapes of urban decay.